Hello everybody, my name is Connor, the Cool Banana, and with Dark Souls Remastered coming in May, I thought I would share with you what I consider to be the best bosses in the original Dark Souls. Before we begin, I just want to mention that number 5, 4, and 2 were all for in New Game Plus, and that I bought the Artorius of the Abyss DLC and played through it for the first time so I could make this video. Not that it needs to be mentioned, but there are spoilers in this video. Keep in mind that this is my opinion and will almost certainly differ from yours, and I'd love to hear what bosses you consider to be the best in the comments. After conquering the trap-riddled fortress, you come toe-to-toe with this badass golem. Now I know this fight isn't really challenging, and it's the butt of Black Iron Tarkus memes, but I really enjoy this fight. As for strategies to beat him, attack his heals and watch for the grab attack. If you're not careful, he can throw you off the arena. Thankfully you can knock him off too, but sadly that can also make this fight extremely underwhelming. Arguably the most popular boss in all the series comes in at number 4 on my list. And the reason for this is mainly because, while the fight is fair and has brilliant lore, I just don't find it as enjoyable as the other bosses on this list. I find it annoying when you get stun-locked and killed just because you messed up a single dodge. Now, this is just because I suck ass at Souls, not because the boss is bad, to be clear. As for the aforementioned lore, it would probably take me an entire video to cover in its entirety. To give you the gist of it, Gwendolyn appointed Ornstein the captain of the 4 Knights of Gwyn, and Smo, who always wanted to be one of the Knights of Gwyn but was held out for being too brutal, to guard Guinevere's fake illusion and the Lord Vessel from the chosen undead. This really gives the fight a lot more weight and makes you feel great for overcoming such an immense challenge. The other boss most people would consider to be the best in the series goes to Knight Artorius. I mentioned it earlier, but the footage you're seeing is from my first playthrough of the DLC, and when I first fought Artorius I went in with a +3 occult claymore thinking, since he's one of the 4 Knights of Gwyn, he would take more damage. And was I right? No, I fucking wasn't! After that I thought, okay, maybe since he's corrupt by the Abyss, a divine weapon will do more damage. So I went in with a +5 divine claymore, and was I right this time? Oh, for fuck! After this failed, I thought, fuck it. I grinded for Titanite chunks and got my claymore to +15, and did that work? Glorious! You bet your sweet ass in here! Okay, now seriously, Artorius is considered to be one of the hardest bosses in the game. And while yes, he is quite hard, I feel there are a lot of harder bosses in this game. Yeah, he can buff pretty early, but 2 hits from my claymore stunned him out of his buff both times he tried it. And the only attack that I found hard to dodge is the charge stab. Now don't think I'm shitting on this fight, because I'm really not. If anything, I'm praising it. Artorius has something that none of the other bosses on this list have, and that's being completely fair. He hits hard, but is easy to dodge. He can buff quickly, but he can be stunned out of it. And finally, he leaves good windows to attack him. He may not be my favourite boss in this game, but there's no denying that he is definitely the best. Okay, I get it. Don't crucify me in the comments yet. Just hear me out. I fucking love this boss. Make all the gaping jokes all you want, but the nostalgia I have for this boss will always keep it in my top 10. When I first played Dark Souls, I watched walkthroughs and had most of the game spoiled for me. When I first walked into the boss room and saw that badass intro, and then heard his badass boss theme play, I just about lost it. I knew at that point this boss would be one of my favourites. As for the fight itself, it's not particularly hard. I fought this guy with a completely unupgraded weapon in New Game Plus just to challenge myself, and I still won on my first try. But this doesn't mean he's a pushover. If you get hit by too many of his attacks, you could wind up dead. As for the lore, from both my understanding and my theories on it, this dragon is the descendant of the ancient dragon, who was still an immortal dragon, but due to him not being a purebred dragon of old, he felt greed, but the existence of the flame corrupt him into an eternally hungry beast fallen from grace, and it's up to you to put him out of his misery. I fucking like dragons. No, don't say anything, just dragons. Okay, seriously, I like this boss a lot more than I thought I would. Now remember, I played the Rin Shitty before this DLC, and it's clear that this boss was the inspiration for Darky and Madeir, and that boss is far harder than this one. Not that Calamity's a pushover, mind you, He's lightning fast and can follow up his attacks without issue, but just like Artorius, he has perfect wind-ups to his attacks, so if you get hit, it's your fault. And when you do get hit, good God do you get hit hard. But that's fitting for a symbol of Calamity. Well everyone, I want to thank you all for watching, and I know I have a pretty unusual list. But that's what the comments are for. I want you all to sound off in the comments with your favourite bosses. Finally, I want to encourage you all to check out my Twitch, since I'm playing through the original Dark Souls right now, and I would love to have you all there with me as I play through it. If you want updates on new videos and when streams go live, then follow me on my Twitter. I want to thank you all for watching again, and I'll see you later. Goodbye.